And Milind, it has been a multi-agency crackdown. Prime Minister in that message from Bhutan had also said that all the agencies are working to get to the bottom of this conspiracy and justice will be brought. Prime Minister sticking by his words, because as soon as he landed from Bhutan, he straight away made his way to the LNJP hospital, and this coming ahead of the crucial CCS meet to happen at 5:30 p.m.
Well, that is, the matter in which the investigation is moving forward is pretty much pointing to the fact that this is a big terror module that was operating, and with these doctors who have been, circled in right now, doctors who should be saving lives, took the Hippocratic oath, have been perpetrating actions against civilians in India, and the way that the Faridabad module was busted and the kind of explosives that were used clearly are showing a Jaish-e-Mohammed link there. All this and more could be the part of the discussion of the CCS, and of course it's a very crucial meeting. It's happening, after a very long time, and remember that the last time there were some very serious steps that were taken in the CCS. That was around the time of Operation Sindoor. And remember also the fact that the Prime Minister has clearly put forward this in so many words and said that any act of aggression, if it is linked to a particular nation there, will be seen as an act of war. So investigation agencies working round the clock to look at this syndicate of how a doctor who's working in Gujarat was arrested, a doctor who's working in Al-Falah University in Faridabad was arrested, how Dr. Umar and his gang actually acquired the kind of explosives that contained ammonia nitrate. There are a lot of these angles that are being explored. We have also been reporting on how, whether this blast was premeditated or whether it happened in a panic situation, as the Delhi police has also put forward an official statement on this, saying that it was a panicked effort that was being made at the moment, because checks and crackdowns were already done by various agencies of the security personnel at the moment. And therefore, it is very pertinent to understand that what are the next steps that the nation is going to take, because people are going to demand answers. People are aggrieved, at least those who lost their lives and those who were injured. It's a big number. It's not just a number though. It is people who have been affected, and the entire city has been affected. The city that, is a home to many people. And certainly those are the kind of questions that the government will also take into consideration, and a lot more could be discussed in this particular CCS, which is being looked at very closely from all angles. This is the kind of, answer that India will perhaps, be giving to the world, and the message that will go to the world. But today at LNJP, the message that he has given to the victims is that the nation stands behind you, that we are not leaving you alone in your time of grief, that the government of India is with you. And that is most important, at least for the grieving families at the moment, with the emotions running high over there. But the investigation simultaneously is leading to other areas. The NIA has taken over, and they are collecting documentary evidences of how these doctors were even recruited to work in Al-Falah University. What was the what was the checks and balances that were put before they were
yes, and I want to take that very point to Maria Shakil, who's joining us from the newsroom. Maria, there is recognition of the fact that this is a larger conspiracy at hand. This is the white-collar terror ecosystem that the nation is now dealing with in terms of advancement of weaponization, of technology, of communication, of encrypted apps being used, and how this ecosystem has been thriving, where their wings are now being clipped, as a result of which that panic attack that was called by Dr. Umar.
Yes, so not once but twice now Prime Minister has put out a clear message and has vowed justice. And again, when he has put out that tweet, he has said that those behind conspiracy of this dastardly attack will be brought to justice. Something similar, he said from Bhutan, sending a strong message. Remember, within minutes after this blast, Home Minister Amit Shah was there at the site of the blast near the Red Fort. He also visited the victims, the families of the victims, and also met those who have been injured in this blast at the LNJP hospital. Prime Minister, soon after he arrived from his Bhutan trip, went straight to LNJP hospital to meet the families and also sending a message that he stands with them, that the nation stands with them. Of course, this is a tough moment for the country, and the Prime Minister understands it fully, and that is the reason why I would say that these images of the Prime Minister himself speaking to the families and speaking to those who have been injured in this Red Fort blast does act as a healing touch that is needed at this hour, because there is a lot of information which is coming in from multiple agencies. Of course, the NIA, which is now leading this entire probe, has been talking about certain details as well. Multiple agencies, as we have been saying, multi-state probe, as is unraveling the larger sinister plot. But then the presence of the Prime Minister does act as that healer. Remember, it's the doctors, a web of doctors who have been involved in this plot, which was unraveled, and of course the blast which happened at 6:52 p.m. day before yesterday. But and those healers, I mean, we often associate a particular characteristic with the doctors, you know, those who have white collars. They will play a particular kind of role in our society. For them to turn into this kind of, those who are perpetrators of this kind of crime certainly has shaken the conscience of many people. And that is the reason why I would emphasize on the fact that the Prime Minister's presence does send that message of him standing with the families and standing with each and every citizen of India who is now seeking answers.
Oh yes, Maria, and the sequence of events that clearly indicate where the focus lies. Prime Minister landed from Bhutan. His cavalcade straight away made its way to LNJP Hospital. Prime Minister meeting with the victims, and at 5:30 p.m. is that important CCS meet. What more are you picking up from your sources on what's to happen at 5:30?
At 5:30 p.m., the Cabinet Committee on Security Affairs meets. The significance of that group becomes important because that has the Home Minister, the Finance Minister, the External Affairs Minister, the Defense Minister are all part of the CCS. These are all Raisina Hill portfolios, and hence their presence becomes important. There is often that there are certain invitations that are extended to perhaps the National Security Advisor, Mr. Ajit Doval, and others as well. In fact, more visuals are coming in as the Prime Minister has sent that message that those behind this conspiracy will certainly be brought to justice. Those are the visuals coming in of Prime Minister as soon as he arrived from Bhutan, going straight to LNJP Hospital. And Swesha, perhaps one of the reporters on the ground, can give you more details as the cavalcade of the Prime Minister now moves out of that.
Oh yes, absolutely, Maria, and we stay with